Hey everyone, welcome to Math Talk. I'm your host, Brian Heisler, and today we're continuing with part 2 on a series of how to calculate the surface area of 3D figures. If you haven't checked out part 1, go ahead and take a look because we cover a couple different 3D figures, and today in this part we're going to cover a couple more. So let's get started. So we're going to look at how to calculate the surface area of a cylinder, and the formula is shown up here. It's also on your formula sheet, so definitely make sure to check it out. What we're going to do is just go right into it. We're going to use the formula and plug in the numbers that we have. So the surface area is going to be 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. And so whenever you have a formula that involves pi, it's pretty much guaranteed that they're going to ask you to use 3.14 for pi. So we're going to do that in this video as well. So I have 2 times 3.14 times r, which is the radius, which in this case is going to be also 2, and times h, which is your height, in this case 6, plus 2 times pi r squared. So 2 times pi, which we're using 3.14, times the radius squared, which is 2 squared. All right, so let's go ahead and continue this on. I'm going to have to use a calculator for this because usually when it gets to decimals, I am guaranteed to use a calculator. So, calculator, let's bring that down a little bit and over here. 2 times 3.14 times 2 times 6. It's going to be 75.36. All right, so there's 1. Now the next part, let's see, plus, clear this out, 2 times 3.14 times 2 squared, which is 4, 25.12. All right. All right, perfect. So I need to add these two together. If you want to use a calculator, that's great. That would be 100.48. And again, we want to make sure our units are correct, so we're going to use feet squared because it's area. So the surface area, or basically the area of the outside of this cylinder, is just over 100 square feet, 100.48. So let's look at one more example here. This time we're going to look at a pyramid. And so we're going to do a little more work on this because there's some variables you may not be used to. A pyramid is basically what you see here. You may think of like the Great Pyramids or things like that as examples. And let's look at how to find the surface area of it. So the surface area is 1/2 P times S times capital B. So P, it represents the perimeter of the base, which is the bottom of your pyramid. S is the slant height. It's basically the height of one of the sides of your pyramid going up. And capital B is the area of the base. So we need to find those first and then plug them in. So P, the perimeter of my base. It's a rectangular base because the sides are not all the same. We have 7 and 6, which means we have 2 7s and 2 6s because it's a rectangle. So 2 7s plus 2 6s is going to get me 26, I believe. 13 and 13, 26. All right. S is my slant height. In this case, they give us the slant height of 8 yards, so that's easy. And then capital B is the area of the base. So because the base is rectangular, the area of a rectangle from one of my previous videos on calculated area is length times width, which is 7 times 6, which is 42. So let's take those numbers, plug them into our formula to find the surface area. So 1/2 times P, which we said was 26, times S, which was 8, and then plus capital B, which is 42. All right. So surface area, let's see, half of 26 times 8, those are some bigger numbers, so let me use my calculator. Let's put it over here. So 1/2 is 0.5 times 26 times 8 is 104. All right, perfect. Plus 42. So add them up and I should get my surface area, which is going to be 146. And again, make sure our units are correct, yards squared. So when you get to finding the surface area of shapes like cylinders and pyramids and some of the other shapes we've already covered, make sure you use your formula sheet. The formula is given to you, and some of the fine print will help you identify what the letters represent. And when you get to some larger numbers, which can happen in surface area, please use your calculator to make sure that you're getting the correct answer. It's available to you on your screen for use. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Hey, one more thing for all the math talkers out there. You see the red button down there? It's a subscribe button. Click it. Tell all your friends. Right down there, subscribe. Spread the word.